Hello, ADOS community and all new listeners. I'm going to keep this one brief. This is Almighty. This message is this message is coming from the reparations community and the ADOS community. This message is coming from them going out to Nick Cannon, Mr. Nick Cannon. Now, people, what you have here with Mr. Nick Cannon is the classic case of what can go wrong when you step out of line during this ADOS movement. Now, Mr. Nick Cannon here had a beautiful platform. Beautiful. He could have been reaching hundreds, if not thousands of people with his show, which is a very fine show. But he squandered that opportunity by doing something so ridiculous. And it's the oldest trick in the book. They do it all the time. And if you look closely, it's always the same characters. They just pop up, just like that. Just like that, they pop up. Mr. Nick Cannon goes on a racist tirade on his own show with no other than Professor Griff, the brother from Public Enemy. Yes, him. Isn't this the same one who got kicked off of his own group that he created? Kicked off his own group by making racial statements against Jews. He got kicked off his own show. Now look, I listen to Professor Griff. I know what he's about. But he's racist. You bringing him on your show. And it wasn't as though you were interviewing him and he was talking racist. Brother, you outdid him. Nick Cannon, you outdid Professor Griff. Let me show you how it played out. Professor Griff got kicked off of his own group that he created with Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Terminator X. Kicked him off. Mr. Nick Cannon, what did they do to you? They took your show from you. And people, this may blow a lot of you all's mind, but he created a $1 billion entity, Mr. Nick Cannon, with that Wild 'N Out show. And he did Wild Out. He did just that. Be careful of the name you claim, Mr. Nick Cannon. You wowed yourself right out of a $1 billion entity. That was the epitome of a nigga moment. Nigga, you did it. Nigga, you did it. Right out of a $1 billion entity. And Professor Griff is your co-defendant. You did it to yourself. But listen, you'll be fine. They made you do the dog and pony show. Made you apologize. And I just read, now you're coming out that your great-great-grandfather or somebody closely related to you was a Jewish rabbi. Or something to that effect. Brother, you should have been talking like that when Professor Griff was on your show. But you know, I'm sure there was some backroom deals. They had to smack you around a little bit. Can't have you doing that, sir. See, we're talking about that when we could have been talking about reparations and ADOS. Putting that message out. But you use that time, 30 days out from the election, and we're talking about you. Sir, I won't allow it. See, let that be a lesson to the rest of you. That's where that leads to. We're no longer there. Racism will not work in this ADOS community or reparations movement. It doesn't work. Because people, you need to understand, we're talking about the biggest influx of wealth to ever hit Black Americans ever in this country. Oh, that day is here. So why aren't we talking about that? Why are we as a group of people? No, I'm not a part of that. Why are we letting people hijack the energy, our attention with their shenanigans? And be quite frankly, it's effective what they're doing. They do it all the time. They're quite effective with it. Now, Nick, I hope, I don't want your show taken from you or anything like that. Because I know you worked hard for that, brother. Everything I've ever read about you, and I've seen your career. I love what you've been doing. I mean, you're a legend, and I hate to see this happen to you. But don't get too comfortable. Do not get too comfortable with that, brother. Don't do it, because they'll take it from you. They will take it from you, or they'll try. Don't put any energy into that. It's counterproductive. And that's to all of you. Racism will not be tolerated. It's counterproductive. Let's do business. Let's do business. Because guess what? Nick, really? He can't even push the movement now. Not at this moment. He can bring it up. But anybody on the other side, the opposing force who doesn't want this to happen, and rest assured that is there. They already got him pegged as the racist guy, the racist wild and out guy, pushing for reparations, free money for Black people. Oh, they just racist. He's not going to be taken seriously on the other side, but trust me, for this thing to go through, it's going to take more than Black people pushing for this. It has to be some good white people who are seeing things clearly, and who can honestly say that, look, there was an injustice here, and there needs to be reparations. And precedent has already been set. It has already been done to the Japanese, the American Indians. And the Jews to some extent. Yeah, the Jews. Yes. And we're sitting here. No, he's sitting there on their platform that he's a part of, talking crazy about some Jews, his higher ups. You found out quick, fast, in a hurry what that'll get you, and that's a lesson to all of you. He was about to get washed up and lose $1 billion entity, messing around with Professor Griff. You know what you're gonna get out of Griff. You interview him. That's to be a lesson. I don't even think Nick would have even been talking like that if Professor Griff wasn't on the other side. Look, let me tell you something. Say what you want about Professor Griff. I've actually met him. No, it wasn't a conversation. I was in the same room with him. It was at a conference. But these brothers, they have an energy with them. It's contagious. It's like, man, look, they believe in what they're saying so much. It's not so much that they hate white people or Jews. They love Black people with no end. Nothing else matters. I get it. I understand. Oh, I know that feeling. I know it. I've been around it. They have a really strong energy with them. They believe it. They have a force flowing through them. Nick got too close. Nick got too close. So love him, brother. But look, sometimes you gotta love these brothers from a distance. But look, Nick, I hope you, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna carry the message on to anybody else who think talking like that is going to come up with a good outcome. Those days are over. Talk like that gets you just what Nick got you. We're not gonna talk like that. And from now on, the marching orders on that, we're only dealing with facts. Talking how Nick was talking, how is that moving anything but hate? Widening the division between the coaches. And Nick, you know better than that. Don't get too comfortable. Do not get too comfortable. And and that's a lesson to all of you. Push the ADOS movement, reparations movement. Let's get this message out there. And Nick, you can I guess you can probably push it on your show. I'm sure people will still listen to you after this. And Nick, that's another thing, Nick. Your shows, it is what made your shows so effective. Ooh. Look, I don't know if any of you all have ever been to one of those Wild 'N Out shows. They're very entertaining. You can watch them online. It is a really family-friendly show. Man, they're really having a good time. They go across the country. And he has a mixed crowd. Nick has a mixed crowd. That's why it's $1 billion entity. He was having packed shows all over the country for mixed crowd, black, white, Spanish, Asian, Indian. You just turned away over half of your audience, sir. No. Brother, no. I don't know what that was about. I always looked at you smarter than that. Boy, you better clean this up quick, fast, in a hurry. Look, some advice: go on Vlad's show. Go on Vlad's show. Vlad is a Jew, and from my understanding, you guys had somewhat of a friendship outside the business, and you've been ignoring his phone calls. You are, brother, get it together. But people right now, it's about reparations, ADOS. Let's push the movement, and look, let's have some fun while we're doing it. I mean, look, we've been making progress here. I'm doing my part. Happy times. So look, we're not in dire straits. It's nothing like that because I see the progress. Oh, I see the progress, and they're listening. And they're listening. So, yeah, let's just push the movement, and I'm gonna keep it short. Good day.